Is walking from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Sanibonani, igama lami Zinhle Ngubane, and welcome to Gospel News SA, The Close Up. Now, on today's show, we aim to inspire you with the talk of success. And man, oh man, have I got an exciting guest for you, the owner of Kiddies Korner Hairsalon, Mbali Nketsi. Hi, Mbali.
Hello, Zinhle.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks, and you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for making some time to come chat to us today. I know you're very busy. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Right. So, Mbali, please do introduce yourself. Who is Mbali Nketsi? Where do you come from? Just, for people that don't know you.
Okay. My name is Mbali Nketsi, as you've said. I am a 30-year-old, born and bred in Joburg, a mother, a wife, and a business owner. Founder of Kiddies Korner Hairsalon.
That's me. Amazing. Mm-hmm. No, that's very exciting. And I'm just going to go straight into it. So, you're a businesswoman, like you said. You own the Kiddies Korner Hairsalon, and I know it started in 2015 when you lost your job. But now, what was your thought pattern when you lost your job and you're thinking, I'm not going back into the job market, I'm doing my own thing now? Like, take us through it.
Zinhle, the funny thing that I believe is that God always prepares you. So I've always wanted to have a kiddie salon. So I delayed my degree took a while. So a 3-year degree took me 5 years. And then I go into corporate, yabo. And then when I go into corporate and I'm sitting there, is this it? So I'm miserable. I don't like the job. And in that process, I'm still doing research with the corporate moms because, this concept was not heard of. And I'd go around in the office and ask moms, how's your experience, Mommy Sumtwana, at the salon? How is it? It's terrible. They cry, they scream. And that's when I saw that there is an opportunity. How? Bam, I lose the job. And that was that moment where it has to happen. It has to happen. So from there on, after losing the job, obviously, at that moment, you're afraid, you are like there's not going to be any income. You're thinking, let me go find something else. Let me go find another job. But then a part of me says, I've already lost my job. I've got nothing more else to lose. Might as well take a risk. So that's how it happened.
Amazing. It's true what they say, Wuti, when one door closes, the other opens, There's always a reason that happens. Now, I want to know, what were some of the challenges that you faced when you were in the process of starting this business, especially as a Black South African female?
Okay. So firstly is lack of funding, I prepared, but I don't think I prepared enough because yes, you can save up as much money as you can to start up, but yet there's still operational costs. Customers are not going to flood into your shop the moment you open. No. You still have to build trust, nabantu. So that first 6 months is terrible because you're trying to work into breaking even. You need to pay your staff, you need to pay rent, you need to there are a lot of thinking hats you wear. You're doing marketing, you're doing everything, so you play so many roles, and at that time you don't have enough start-up capital. So it becomes frustrating. It gets to a point where you ask yourself, are you really called for this? Should you shut down? Should you continue? And you need as much support as you can get because, of course, you're going to doubt yourself when things are not going well. You don't feel like you're destined to do it. But then with the right support, with the right people around you, it does happen. It does come to play.
And you just mentioned support right now. How was the support? Because sometimes you have visions and when you tell people about it, they're like, what's happening with this person? Like, is she losing her mind? Is it because she lost her job? Like, what type of, like, did you get the support you needed?
It's at first, my mom was my pillar of strength, and it was good. But as time goes by, you become a burden. Like, that's the reality, because you've gone from being independent to being dependent at home for toiletries, for food, and my mom was one of the investors in my business, but she was the very same person that was like, like, this is not working anymore. But then my husband, on the other hand, he was that guy that he'd look at the books and Mbali, but you're growing. Every month I'm seeing the business is growing. It's showing a positive growth. Do not close down. Do not. So he was that person that really, really did also believe in the vision when times were really tough. Even when my own investor initially was like, this is not working. It's fine. Close shop, go find a job. My husband was that person that just made me persevere and keep at it.
No, congratulations on persevering and, achieving what you've achieved thus far. I think it's really, really motivating and inspirational. But now, why a Kiddies Hair Salon? How did we get there?
Zinhle, Kiddies Salon is because picture a little girl when you were still young, and picture this moment when you went to the salon. There was no one patient with you. There was no one that understood the afro, Back then, our hair was seen as kaperara, and I had that coarse afro. And mabak dancer, the famous saying was, like, and it's painful. And yes, all of those memories. All of those memories. And I remember I've always wanted to own a hair salon. And when you look around, there are a lot of them, but I just wanted to pick a niche. And when I looked in the market, there weren't kiddies salons. The ones that I was seeing was not for the African child. It was not for the black little girl. And that's where I saw a niche. And I was like, after doing my research, I was confident in the fact that it is needed. It is a demand. As we speak, it's still a demand. Every single day, my inboxes are flooded with women asking, when are you opening in Durban? When are you opening in Cape Town? We need this in Limpopo. So there is still a demand for it. So it's because of those little experiences that I had growing up. And I saw, as I became a young lady or a woman, when I walk into the salon, I still see that little girl, and it reminded me of me, and I wanted to change her experience.
Oh, that's really precious, because umntana marakhala where they say, and I think you coming in and taking care of that is beautiful. Now, I want to know, how is it different? How do you think, because I'm assuming you haven't owned a grown people salon, but how is it different to own a kiddies salon to a grown people salon? Like, do you need more patience?
So first of all, the setup on its own is different. The look and feel of the salon. So when abanye abantu are still not familiar with the concept, so I walk inside. When they walk inside the salon, some people still think it's a creche, and you're like, no, it's not a creche, it's a hair salon, It obviously needs a lot of patience, a lot of care, because kids, you need to win their trust, Abanye are so terrified of the salon, because of previous experiences. And when they walk in, and some kids associate doing hair with pain. So we need to change that narrative as well. it doesn't have to be painful, you know what I mean? So it's just the people you hire need to be patient with kids, the look and feel of the salon as well. How you keep them busy whilst they're doing their hair, because obviously abantwana can't sit for too long, you know, and some parents would come in and want the fancy hairstyle, and we'd also advise having the skills and expertise. Mommy, we can't do this on a 2-year-old. Yes, we post these hairstyles, but as they grow, as they mature, we can do more complicated things. So yeah, it's really not the same. But a salon is still a salon, but those little elements are different.
Okay. And then what are the perks of owning your own business? Like, I know you have 2 branches in Randburg and Protea Glen, right?
Yeah,
now, what are the perks of owning your business? If you had to advise somebody, okay, start your own business, what would you say are the perks of that?
The perks are owning your own time. I would not give that up for anything. I wake up in the morning and I decide what I want to do. Like, I wake up in the morning, and owning a business has given me that to own your own time, to say, okay, today a Protea, today it's just having this control over time. I don't have to sit in traffic at 7:30 or 8:00. Yeah, like yeah. So that's the beauty of it all, as well as giving back. I mean, the people you employ. I mean, I watch people's lives change. When your employee says, "Yo, seeing people's lives change, those little minute things for me, it's because of a vision I started. And someone can say, my children have food, my children taking as a Christmas, those little things as well for me. It matters. Yeah, it does.
Yes, queen. So I want to find out, according to you, what is success, and how do you think one can measure success?
Success for me has to be ticking those goals, that vision that you have, and walking in accord to the vision that you had, or your the dreams that you have had. There are a lot of people that are dreaming and they stay dreamers and they don't pursue those dreams, you know. And for me, it's never about the materialistic things, because people like to measure success with the house, the car, the in, but you can still have all of those and still be unhappy. So it also has to come with happiness, you know. So when you're at a place where you are happy, where you are content, and I haven't ticked all the dreams, all the visions, but the fact that I am working towards them every morning, how I work towards improving my business, how to get it to the next level, and working on mine, not someone else's dream, I believe that is success.
No, I completely agree. And what you said is very deep. I always say to people, Uguti, measure your success based on where you come from, not based on the next person, because you put so much pressure on yourself unnecessarily because you're looking at the next person, but you're doing so well, looking at where you come from. But I mean, right? Like, so what you said is very, very powerful. Now, do you think you have succeeded? And if yes, how does it feel?
I'm still work in progress. I am still work in progress. I'm still trying to get to the Cape Towns, the Durbans, you know what I mean? And as a small business in South Africa, getting access to funding is almost impossible. And that's my journey. I've met entrepreneurs that have, I just still don't understand how or where, but me, in my journey, it's been so difficult. It's been so tricky, but I'm still a work in progress. I am yet to sit down because people always want to mentor me. I haven't gotten to that level where I can't give what I don't. That's saying you can't give what you don't have already. So once I feel like I've arrived, I can give you insight. I can sit you down and grow you and groom you, whereas I haven't arrived yet. So let me still tick the boxes, and then once I have, take it from there.
Well, we look at you and we see the successful woman. So trust me, there are people that are looking at you and they are very inspired, including myself. Of course, I'm like, yes, it's very nice to see a woman doing it out there, and you're really doing it right now. So yeah, like, well done.
Thank
now
you.
I want to know, what do you think you need to have, or values that you need to have for you to become successful? People procrastinate at some point, and then that's what delays success. So what do you think are the values that one needs to have to succeed?
I believe in discipline and respect will develop your potential. So if Zinhle, hello? Just froze, guys. What happened? Yup, hello. I don't know what happened. It just froze.
You can go on. Sorry.
Okay. So when you so one thing I think it's my principle in matric used to say, discipline and respect develop potential, but I'd never used to understand the context of what that meant. Do you know? And the more I grew up and the more I saw, Zinhle, if you are disciplined, discipline means waking up every day, whether things are going right or wrong in your business, anything, get better. It's the discipline to do something every single day. Your life, it changes, like it develops so much potential in you. You know what I mean? So those are some of the values. Respecting people. Also believe my business is a business where I work with people, and I meet different moms, different characters every day. So if you are going to be somebody that cannot be respectful towards people, that's got an attitude, and then you want to be successful, those are the very same people that support your brand. So if you are failing with smaller little things and people take those things for granted, manners as well, saying hi, you know what I mean? Those are little things for me that are attributes to success, because as a brand, people look at that. Is the owner greeting? Does the owner smile? Does the owner say hi? So all in all, it's the little things that we were taught growing up that play a huge role, as well as humility. If you stay humble, I believe God will take you to greater heights as well. So those are just a little bit of values that I believe contribute to you being a successful being.
Absolutely. I've personally experienced you, and I saw how you greet everyone. I was like, this is so nice. She's such a lovely person, and that's why I fell in love with Kiddies Korner. That's why, because of what you did as the owner, it's amazing. It's amazing. And then I just want to find out from you, how do you think people fail at succeeding? What do you think prevents a person from succeeding?
I think they give up. They hear a lot of names, people that will discourage you, and being lazy as well. Abantu don't want to wake up. Some people feel that the world owes them izinto, and it doesn't work like that. You need to get up and work. It's a lot of hard work. So being lazy, listening to the negative talks, listening to people that are going to discourage you along the way, and giving up. That is the biggest attribute for me, Uguti. You will fail. I mean, when I started my business, I remember when I was looking for Indao, and one of the property agents were like, and it was in Sandton. We know that business fails dismally. And I spoke to that guy on the phone till today. If I could find, I forgot where I called the guy, but if I could meet him and say, you were the person that said this business fails dismally, it doesn't work. I wish if I had listened to that person. Look at me now.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well done. Right. And then how do you think Kiddies Korner instills self-love, confidence, and, that thing of being proud to be a child of South Africa, or a girl in South Africa, or a little boy in South Africa? How do you think you guys inspire that in children?
It's through the hair. Our hair is our identity, and how we style the hair, how we put our beads, how we still preserving the afro. 80% of my little clients bane afro, and when you're doing the hair, your hair is so gorgeous. Or just reminding that little girl, Uguti Yazini, your hair is gorgeous. You are enough, Mabakatilu, here's another hair. You see the little confidence. You see them shaking their heads around and the little beads, that sound it makes. So for me, those are the moments that reassure that, yes, that little girl knows that she is precious and her hair is her crown, for sure. And she feels that way.
No, that's beautiful. And yeah, we do usually have self-doubt when it comes to our hair as Africans, but we appreciate that you have instilled that, and there's a certain way that you feel you're contributing to the confidence of the young ones. COVID happened this year, right? So how did you manage that as a business?
Zinhle. COVID was terrible. Do I still continue?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, COVID was terrible. I look back and I was like, God, both the branches are still standing. I don't know how. It's just by your grace, because I lost. I was about to. Sorry. First things first. I was ready to let the one business go because the landlord kept charging rental. So he wanted his rentals, and I felt like I'm going into debt. I am going into debt more and more and more every day, and I can't do this. I can't. And I had sent an email with, I'm sorry, I have to close business. And however, he came back with an agreement, and we were like, okay, sharp. And the Soweto landlord, oh my gosh, God bless his soul, but no man, he was so understanding throughout the whole COVID predicament. He got it as a businessman, and I think having such landlords is truly a blessing. So with that said, I lost my staff. Bahamba Bantu, it was bad. Disgruntled employees, I mean, people that felt like you couldn't help them out during COVID, and that's fine. Had to start from scratch with a smaller team, but Nakona, it had to happen. It really had to happen, because carrying so many people as well. Thank God I didn't have to let anyone go. They left, and then I had a smaller team, because Nakona, not everyone was going to flood to the salon. Some people are still scared. It's working with little people as well, and so that's what helped the whole situation. So Namanje, it's gradually picking up. It's really gradually picking up. I had thought we are done for, but it was not the narrative for us.
Well, congratulations on keeping on. And once again, thank you for sharing your success with us. We really, really appreciate it. And I hope there's somebody out there who is listening and who'll be inspired with, you know what, the little that I can do is actually succeeding in some way or another.
Mhm.
Now, social media handles, how do people get a hold of you? Investors, potentially, maybe, you know?
Yes,
How do people
yes,
get a
yes,
hold of
yes.
you? Parents that want to bring their kids.
We are on Instagram and we're on Facebook, Kiddies Korner, and that is a corner with the K. Kiddies Korner Hairsalon. You can always also check us out on our website, www.kiddieskornerhair.co.za. Drop me an email, info@kiddieskornerhair.co.za. Yes, and we'll take it from there.
And then anything you want to say to the people out there before we wrap up?
I have a lot of people on my inboxes, messages saying that they want to start. They don't know how to start. Can you? Zinhle, what's happening?
Hear you, yes.
Sorry. So I don't know. I have a lot of people that are always messaging me. Hi, I want to start a kiddie salon. La 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 la. Start with the little that you have. When Kiddies Korner started, it wasn't a fancy big salon. My competitors had the fanciest of things, and I just decided I'm going to start with what I have. And as the business grows, you keep on reinvesting into your business, and that's my mandate. Like, that's what I live on. As your business grows, you improve. So I do not wait on government. I do not wait on the bank. I started with the little that I have. So start with the little that you have in whatever you want to do. And as it grows, it's going to grow with you. That's my advice.
Thank you so much for joining us, Mbali. And as you heard, Emakaya, when you want to get a hold of the Kiddies Korner, you can get them on Instagram or send an email to Mbali. And, who knows? You might be talking business with her at some point. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. And like we said, success needs a lot of perseverance. It needs a lot of enthusiasm. It needs a lot of self-belief. Continue to believe in yourself so that you may succeed. From us here at Gospel News SA with Mbali, it is goodbye.
Bye.